So today's matchup is going to be Vlad against Riven.
Welcome to
You know,
Summoner's Rift.
that person. I honestly much rather face my counterpicks nowadays, and they're far worse, but meh, I'm actually okay with all my counterpicks. Except Fiddlesticks, but Fiddlesticks is a dick and you never see him top much, but still. We're gonna put pressure on here, and the point was technically I shouldn't be here, maybe I should be guarding blue or something, but it's like, should we invade? I don't know. But they wanted to, so there's why not? Minions haven't spawned yet, now we're pressing as 5, and out of this engagement we managed to take 2 flashes out. Which is pretty good for early game pressure. That was all there was in the early game, that's all she wrote. I normally go for, if I'm really in the I really don't want to die mood against AD tops, then I will go for cloth armor, 3 health potions, check blue to make sure he's not there, and then they can steal this. Who's watching that? Oh, it did say it's first blood somehow, it's also fine. Riven has 56 MR. I noticed this when I looking at her stuff, and I just queued her, and it did no damage. Like, what? She actually knows what the fuck she's doing, because as soon as she finishes harassing me, she runs to the bush to break my vision, so I can't actually hit her. I make one major mistake in this game, although I didn't actually pay for it as much as I should have done. I am being ridiculously French, and as such, she will never be able to kill me. Just ride out the early levels, and later on you can make her suffer. Before then, don't even fucking dream of it. Or you can wait until she gets bored and uses abilities to farm, etc. Then they'll go on cooldown. And then you can hit her again, and I'm losing CS because I am bloody terrible. I've got 8 CS at 4 minutes. Yeah, this was not good. Out of what, 6, I managed to get 1. It's like, fuck's sake. But at least I'm not dead. But I have a lot of work to do. Got nothing to do with her. I'll cure her if she comes within range, but that's about it. Pretty sure that they'll either Q to you and then E out, or they E to you, hit you, and then Q out, or something or another. I don't know. But the other point was, once she's used all her abilities, you have to pressure advantage and just keep auto-attacking her back. Like, why not? She's used everything, and she's limited by cooldowns, and you have to put in your counter-attack. I call it counter-retaliatory, doesn't really make much sense, it's just retaliation, or else you will just be her bitch. Right. Just pick your fights right. So she comes to me, tries to hit me, I'm going to hit her back, and she's now going to try to leave. The problem is that I have movement speed quins, and I also have movement speed and utility, which means I'll always be faster than she is. She probably should have run into the bushes to break aggro again, but this time she didn't, and I'm going to punish her for it. So managed to land 4 or 5 autos, and she lost the trade that way. It's mainly to do with the fact I just auto-attacked her to death than I did actually using abilities, although they helped. She was packing a shit ton of MR. And now I get a gank, which this missed. Not much I can do about that. Just poor timing. Not from Lee Sin's point of view, it was just suddenly Riven decides to engage on me because I was baiting. Like, it's not that uncommon in the Vlad vs Riven match of Vlad to make a false step and Riven to try to do something, because they're so eager to try and eat your face that they won't really think twice about it. He's maybe baiting me, that he might have made a misstep and I'm going to force the issue. Like, meh. And I'm keeping it centralized on my turret. So what could you do? Now we can move on to her. And she lands down the Q. Well, that flash was pretty good. Not gonna lie. Or it landed, therefore must flash. But it's okay. It's her own bloody problem pushing without wards. And if you wear her down low enough, then your jungler can easily come along and take the kill. Or at least help you out with it. Which is why I prefer having the turret, the minion line here as opposed to here, because it means that you can still farm, you're safe, and she can get ganked. I'm now even with her on CS. I went for Seeker's Arm Guard this game, just because I want even more armor. Just middle finger Riven. You are not going to touch me. Get out. Then we can start taking chunks from her. But you just have to just always fucking retaliate. Once she's used all her abilities, she will want to run. I don't know why, but it's just something you have to bear in mind, as opposed to she's going to keep hitting me. It's just, as soon as she uses all of her abilities, just turn and fight, because that's it, basically. Like, I didn't believe this at first as well, but just the way Riven plays, and then she goes to ward and surprise, dead. The curse of warding. She should have warded that a lot earlier, but in her perspective, right? From her perspective, she was pushing this. She was pushing fairly far out. Literally, she got ganked again. Like, I better go ward, and goes ward. What happens? Dead. She'll have nightmares about that bush. Now that she's dead, I'm going to keep shoving this to a turret. So she loses levels and experience. So I'm now 2 levels ahead, and I'm ahead of her on CS. And it's at this point that I decided, well, I can't be asked. Won't do anything to me. And I'm going really aggressively on her face. And I instantly regret my decision. Like, well, fuck. Yeah, I fucked up. I'm not afraid to admit it. That was bad. Then I want to go back up top because I'll pull up again, and she won't really be able to dive me. And the tank, so she's on that much HP. I can stay underneath her, it's fine, regenerate. I can even stay in the lane now. She ports I left, and that's the other thing you can do. Is a lot of people do this in top lane when you get to sort of a high gold plat, maybe even in gold. Is they if they're on low health, they will leave the lane, regenerate somewhere else, and come back because they assume that you've left, or the opponent that beat them into the floor assumes that they left and will shove into the turret like I did. Now she was shove into my turret like, well, she's just doing now, but I came back, which is fine. I was being paranoid, right, and wondered where the fuck Riven was. Knowing her tendency for bushes, I will ward that so she can't use it, and I will just keep hitting her. Pull the stun, because she just used all 3 Qs to get to me, so there's not really much else she can do, and now I can go back and hit her. I hit level 9. And I just want to rebuild my health bar, so even if she doesn't engage me, she can't do anything. It's like, at this point in time, what are you doing, woman? Dead. Continues being aggressive, but the point is, what, 100 armor? She's not going to do anything to me anymore. And I know I said that, and yet I got absolutely massacred when I got within her range. And she just ate my face alive. But maintaining a respectable distance means she can't use her abilities to damage you, and then means that you can actually maneuver about more. But the point is, what is she doing? She's on half health. Like, retaliate. Kill her, please. Don't be baited by the shield, though. I've seen some Vlad players use Hemo Plague, etc., and then get baited by the fact that she has a shield and she shields the Hemo Plague damage. That's the other thing you have to be aware of. It'll shield ignite, it'll shoot Hemo Plague, it might shield damage as well, but at the moment in time, I have 2 kills up. got more CS. Now I'm pretty sure she can't do anything to me. Like freeze the lane, say that Riven's gone. I think Riven's gone, so I'm just gonna push the lane instead. There's no point in freezing it. Riven tries to roam because she can't be bothered being in the lane that she counterpicked, which is sweet. Why she got a Tiamat? I don't know. I presume she just wanted to AFK farm top and just split for short aim, but I then continues splitting top because we have vision and see mid's gone and jungle's gone. The only person left here is Riven, who might try something. Like, what are you gonna do? Full splash. And it's around this point in time that, well, I have such a massive advantage, there's no reason for me to actually run anymore. I mean, level 9, I've got all my core items. Even have an arm gun to the measure to make sure she can't all in me. I'll keep hitting her. Now, don't know where Jarvan is, she's probably going to come up pretty soon. Where was Jarvan? No, he's doing red. But I wanted to leave because I couldn't take on both of them, especially since I just used Hemo Plague. Brand was in mid, he wasn't an issue, it was Jarvan showing up. Brand wanted to come top, but I'd already left. Or did I? No, I wanted to go. She even pushed it back. Now I just want to keep hitting her, although I'm aware that I don't know. I do know. Now she wants to engage on me. Like, what are you doing? She wants to go all in, but I don't know what you're doing. Hop, skip, jump. Q once, Q twice, then Q 3 times. I'll pull that instead. Break, go into the bush to break vision. Because it means she can't auto attack you. She has to ult, yes, but she can't auto you, then she's also boned. Use the bushes. Top lane, a great deal of it is using the bush to break vision. Because people are not freaking anal enough to ward the bush to give themselves vision, or just maintain it beforehand. So I'm just going to keep staying top because these four are doing fine. I mean, Brand's dead, it's 4v3. Supplement income. Oh, I want 6. Oh no, Draven's almost got as much gold as I do. No, just meanwhile in Canada, I'm doing fine. I mean, the rest of the team is doing well as well, but... Oh sweet, what happened there? There was a fuck's sake. See, there's a fight. Kill Brand as well. I actually assumed he would sear, and no, he would use conflagration, then immediately sear, which is why I pulled it as soon as he conflagrated, but he didn't. It was like, oh, I don't know. I don't know whether that was because it was in cooldown, or whether because he knew I would try to pull it, but either way. And I'm knocking on the door of their inhibitor turret. No problems. Someone has commented that I saw me play a Nocturne game. Yeah, that went incredibly well to the point of every time I ganked, I would die. No problem. If you want me to cast that, I can tell you everything I do wrong, and I'm pretty sure Leslie would laugh or cry depending on his mood, because bloody hell. I can cast it if you want me to. It was on my stream yesterday. I'm going to be streaming fairly often now. I have no reason not to now that I've stabilized it. The quality might not be so good, but we'll see. Okay, we shall see. Yeah, well, what was the comment by Doc Idiot on this? I am 5-0 with the most CS in the game after being the low after having 8 to 20 minutes, and I get outplayed by a Wraith. No comment. Return to top. Riven wants to push this, and I'm much faster at pushing than she is. I do so much more damage. I'm just going to keep staying on her face. Q, keep following. And she just wants to hop, skip, and jump out of there. She's not going to split push successfully against me. Do I agree with her build? No, probably should have gone for Merc Treads. Merc Tread Hex Drinker probably, but she lost the lane incredibly horribly. Like, meanwhile, I will keep pushing top. AFK farm everything. Yes, I know I'm not the frog in 300 CS or whatever the fuck it was at 20 minutes, but sod it. I don't do this for a living. Doing this for fun. And they tried to intercept Riven, but they actually couldn't kill her. Sad face. Now there might be a fight here. It's like, why is MF here? Thank you. Technically, I should have opened with ult. I know I should have opened with ult, but the problem was I didn't expect her to just walk up to me. And as soon as she walked past Landon, it was more, well, you're boned. Except then I get interrupted by Jarvan rather rudely. How much health did she get away with? I'm interested to know this. 40. Meh. Well, we can just keep pressing in. Damages. Oh yeah. What the hell happened here? That completely bugged out. Kazakh managed to get a quadra. This makes no sense. Why is the replay silent? Ah, the replay's freaking bugged. Fine, you can see Kazakh's corpse jump around everywhere. See if I care. Fucking low replay. See? Watch the corpse jump around. I don't know. Okay. Fucking low replay. Anyway, that's gonna be this game done. That was literally just mainly focusing on the matchup. I mean, Riven does give me difficulty sometimes, but it's just with this playstyle, it's generally not much of a hassle. If anything, you should probably tell a jungler not to gank top, because then that would result in the lane pushing in her direction, which is even worse for your continued survival. So what was it? Play passively, even if it means losing a shit ton of CS early on, just don't die, because believe me, as soon as you die, the lane becomes completely uninhabitable. Then after that, you can start wearing her down. Be aware that she actually is quite cooldown reliant. As soon as she uses the ability to retaliate, as soon as you finish retaliating, it's just heal up again and play attrition. Not really much more I think I want to add to that. Yeah, have fun.